This morning, as Ukrainians were on their way to work, to school, dropping off their children at preschool, they were met with a barrage of deadly and destructive Russian missile attacks on most major cities across Ukraine. Over 80 missiles and 17 Iranian-supplied kamikaze bombing drones were launched from Russia, Belarus, the Caspian Sea, and temporarily occupied Crimea, killing and injuring over 100 people. Putin declared these bombings of children's playgrounds, museums, universities, power plants, bridges, residential complexes, and other civilian targets across Ukraine a military victory. Today's attacks were preceded by Russia's cruise missile strikes on populous residential areas in the large eastern Ukrainian city of Zaporizhia, where an estimated 16 people were killed and 100 injured within the past few days. Russia's continuing waves of missile attacks aimed at destroying Ukraine's civilian infrastructure and killing Ukrainians is nothing less than state terrorism. Any suggestion that Putin was provoked is a sick distortion of the truth and a shifting of blame on the victim. Russia has been bombing, torturing, raping, and killing Ukrainians for the past 7 months. Putin is desperate. He is losing the war and increasing his missile attacks in a hopeless attempt to force Ukraine into capitulation. This once again demonstrates Russia's lack of understanding of Ukraine and her allies. The only real option is Ukraine's victory and Putin's demise. We call upon all nations that today are living under Russia's yoke. The people of Belarus, Georgia, Moldova, and the captive nations within the Russian Federation today have an opportunity to stand up to their Russian occupiers. Now is the opportunity to take back your countries and your children's future from Russia's imperialism. Russia deserves a robust response from the international community. Designate Russia as a state sponsor of terrorism, impose deep sanctions on it, including restrictions on its fuel and energy exports, establish an international tribunal to begin prosecuting Russia and its allies for crimes against Ukraine and her people. Secure the Ukrainian army with more weapons, including aircraft, tanks, long-range missiles, anti-aircraft, and anti-rocket systems. The Ukrainian World Congress calls upon Ukrainians and all friends of Ukraine around the world to hold public rallies to demand maximum support for Ukraine, as well as full economic embargo and political isolation of Russia. The bloody morning of Monday, October 10th, must not repeat itself, anywhere and ever. If the world does not stop the Russian dictator today, missile attacks may become the new reality of all Europeans.